Frank Lampard's been in charge for 5 games and he's lost all 5. Chelsea are absolutely unrecognizable. I can't see anything of the Chelsea team that I know. I don't know who these players are, but I know one thing. How on earth can you set up a team like that? A team that just needs to get a point, a win, anything. People are saying there's nothing to play for the rest of the season. Pride, a winning mentality. There's so much to play for at this point in the season. Even still, you can't just let teams come and grab 3 points week in, week out and beat you so easily without offering anything, without trying anything different. Let's try play this player. Let's try this formation. Let's try attacking down this side. Let's push everything down this side. Anything we could be trying at the moment, but we're doing nothing. And I don't understand. Is Todd Bowley actually picking this starting 11? Is the manager even picking the starting 11 at this point? Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, I know Frank Lampard isn't, one of the best managers. He's not one of the best player-turned managers that we've seen. And I know he's got a lot in the game to learn, but I don't feel like it was this bad when we had no resources before, when it was the 1920 or the 2021 season, and we had a transfer ban and we needed to get the most out of these players. What is going on? The players have given up. The fans are giving up now because we're seeing nothing from these players. But above all, Frank, why have you set up this team? How have you set this team up like this? How did you think playing Sterling, Gallagher and N'Golo Kante as our 3 attacking players was going to work and score us goals? How did you think we were going to set up? Did you think goals were just going to come in a flurry in that first half? What were you expecting? We need to do anything but lose at the moment. Therefore, we need to be throwing the kitchen sink at anything. Why you don't start Aubameyang? Why you don't start Madueke? Why is David Datro Fofana not even on the bench? Why are these decisions getting made week in, week out? At this point, the fans just want to pick the starting 11 because it's just getting ridiculous. Who is picking these teams? Who keeps giving Gallagher, Sterling game time? Like, these guys are not trying to win football games. Like, they are not trying to score goals. They are incapable of scoring goals. Why on earth are they playing? We need to be scoring, and this is the team we fielded. I'm bamboozled. It is getting... There's no point making sense of it. There's no point making sense of these past few games. There's no point trying to make sense of this season because everything's happening behind closed doors and we have no idea what's going on. James and Mount were out for the season. That's 2 players that you can count on to at least give it 110% every game. I mean, there are a few men at least as well. Outside of that, I would say Chilwell is trying his best. I would say Thiago Silva does what he can. Wesley Fofana is doing what he can. At the end of the day, the defenders are trying to lock up as much as they can. They are trying to stop the attacks, the waves of attacks that are so easy to come. But going forward, it's just so bad. Why are we not just taking shots non-stop? Why is it not just shoot on sight? Why are we trying to, we've got an identity crisis. I think there are players in this team, there are probably 50% of the players in this team still think that we're a good, classy team that can pass the ball around and can unlock resolute defences like Brentford, that we'll find a way, we will outsmart you, we are the superior footballer. No, you're not. No one is. We are not better footballers than Brentford at the moment. We don't have any better ballers than Brentford do. Facts. Get that through your head. Get that through your head, Kovacic. Get that through your head, Enzo. Get that through your head, Kante. Get that through your head. That whole midfield need to understand that even all 3 of them playing, Enzo, Kante and Kovacic, bro, that's just ridiculous. That is ridiculous. At this point in the season, I understand if you're trying to play Real Madrid and you're trying to get a result and you want a midfield to try and run the game and disrupt, then perhaps. But at this point, when it's all about trying to score a goal, the longer this goes on, it is just going to be... It's beyond painful now. It's beyond painful to watch Chelsea at the moment. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I was flicking over to that Man City game. How can you even watch this? How can you even watch Chelsea at the moment? I'm watching Man City and Arsenal and I'm seeing 2 teams that are going for it. Well, Man City completely, Arsenal didn't even lay a glove on City. But at the end of the day, it was an entertaining game of football. How can any neutral, honestly, want to watch any game Chelsea are involved in? At least any game where we boss possession. Why are we trying to dominate possession? Forget that tactic as well. Bring in Big Sam Allardyce at this point. Bring in anyone who just knows basics of football and how to steal a point or win a game through absolute parking the bus, whatever. I would rather give all the possession to Brentford, soak it up and try and hit them on the counter-attack. We've got a better chance of scoring. I feel like Frank Lampard hasn't watched any Chelsea game this season. He has no idea what has been happening, what has been going so wrong. He's picking this up, completely blindsided by how bad we are, thinking that he's going to come in and we're going to get an interim manager bounce. That's where we're at now, hoping for an interim manager bounce. And he's made it worse. He's honestly made it worse. I mean, Graham Potter was abysmal. It was really bad, but this is worse. And I didn't think it could get worse. I don't think any of us thought it could get worse. We thought that the players were going to show up at least for a legend like Frank Lampard, and he was at least going to get some of these players doing the hard yards, trying everything they can, playing out of their skin to try and get a result for the manager. And it's not happening, and it's not going to happen. And it doesn't matter who we bring in, it doesn't matter what happens until we get this season over. I just hope we can get this season over the line without finishing too far down this table. It's getting scary. I am genuinely scared about the teams below us leapfrogging us and us being in a serious relegation battle, because we're not going to win any games from here on with this attitude, and that is just unforgivable. The attitude of these players, honestly, all of them, like they should all really be disappointed in themselves, because I don't give a damn about what isn't going right behind the scenes tactically. You've got 90 minutes, the onus falls on you to some extent. Frank Lampard is not helping matters, but I'm sorry. How can you even call yourself like Premier League footballers and you haven't scored? You look so lost when it comes to scoring. When you look so abysmal. Aubameyang comes on, Mudryk comes on. Why haven't they started? Why haven't they? What are you saving Mudryk for? Mudryk is a long-term plan. We've bought Mudryk for the future, to play as many games as football for Chelsea Football Club over these next coming seasons. Why are you resting him for something? What's going on? What is going on? Aubameyang, at the end of the day, is the only striker we have. Start him. Stop. Stop playing Sterling. Stop playing Gallagher. Stop playing all three of Enzo, Kante and Kovacic. Please, I'm losing my mind. At the end of the day, we get beat because of the same old story, because no one is setting up a team to win. We're setting up a team to lose every game at the moment, and it is ridiculous. We're going to have to start voicing our opinions. We're going to have to start protesting at this point, because I can't see how people can continually get it as wrong as they have been at this Chelsea, at this football club. It's just, I'm lost with it all. Guys, there's nothing positive to say. I mean, a lot of people are just saying, yeah, the end of the season is just going to be whatever, I've given up on that. Sorry, we're all tuning in each week to watch something, to just see some form, some goal, maybe snatch a point, just see something that's going to give us a little bit of hope for next season. Forget it. We're not doing anything. But it's just getting alarming that we can't even seem to beat teams like Brentford at home. And we've got Newcastle, Man City and Arsenal to play. What do you think is going to happen? We are going to be in a dogfight very, very soon. When are these players going to wake up and smell the coffee? There is now. If you don't want to be considered a part of one of the worst... I mean, you already have been part of the worst Chelsea team to ever play in the Premier League. If you don't want to see that slump even further, you need to get your act together. You need to start figuring out a way you can score goals. You need to start... I don't know what they need to do, but clearly no passion for the club. These players already got their minds on the summer, already thinking about where they're playing next year. I would honestly group all those players that you can identify. I could identify them probably, and literally put them as far away from Cobham as possible. Give them a little corner in a little five-a-side pitch somewhere far from Cobham, and just deal with the serious players at this point, because this is hurting us. And I'm done. I'm done with this, man. But I'm going to be there watching it again. I'm going to be there watching the next game. I'm going to be there watching all the games. And the misery continues. Chelsea fans, if you're still watching this, then, well, I'm shocked. Because I wouldn't. How much negativity can you hear? But there's nothing else to talk about. It's just, you got to get it off your chest. You've got to get it off your chest. It's therapy. This has been one draining season, and I'm continuously getting drained, and I don't know how much left I have. I don't know what else I've got left to give, but somehow each game I find some sort positivity, some sort of optimism to watch Chelsea Football Club, and I'm getting absolutely, it's getting thrown back in my face every game. Guys, like this video just because it helps me out, and I'd appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. I mean, if you subscribe to the channel this season, then all you've heard is absolute misery. I just hope that is not how, this channel is not based on Chelsea moaning about Chelsea. I hope that the channel does take a more positive and uplifting turn very soon. But until that point, there's going to be some more complaining. And yeah, leave a comment, vent your frustrations. I'll vent them with you. I'm more than happy to talk to to Chelsea fans, to non-Chelsea fans, to anyone, and talk about what they think is wrong and, you know, potential solutions, because it's therapeutic. It's the only way you can do it. It's you've got to be pragmatic, and you know, to just think in that way is helpful. Guys, till the next one. It's been an awful Wednesday evening. I hope you have a great Thursday.